Ah, hello, everybody. My condolences that you have to listen to our voices this early, but you're going to have to deal with it.
Doors.
Four more doors.
Doors. More doors for more horrors.
And not everything's a rotunda. Sometimes they're like Cadillac. Hey, Altos, Night Owl. Nice to hear from you two.
Knock, knock. The door. So, Altos, I completely forgot about deiform scat matter that we can cram in our museum to make it extra ugly.
Hidden boss, what do you mean? We don't live in a barn?
The door.
Hackmatistan, nice to see you as well this Wednesday morning. Are we going to start seeing the streams, Noot? There we
Yep.
go.
I was on it.
Hey, thanks for the sub, dogs.
You know what? You know what Wide Tom says about four doors. This is not nearly enough for me to enter this vehicle.
Uh, Guess we got to take the roof off. Looks like we have a cheater here.
Could you imagine how much slower this stream would be if I was moving at regular speed?
No.
It would be 2.5 times longer.
I will say I have a very poor imagination.
I can't imagine, and neither can you.
I'm one of those lucky people that doesn't have either uh, a background voice in my head nor the ability to experience images in my head.
Altos, do I need to be worried about, from an academic perspective, many of the exhibits or fascinating scholars will be discussing our findings for decades? Or does Elga's grand exhibition of the macabre supersede that? Let's take a look. How can we make this less academic somehow? Okay, so if I... Oh! Do I have wondrous devices by chance?
You know, that's a good point, dogs. I'm going to make some popcorn in a bit. I just need to mix up some vinegar and salt in my aerosolizer.
Oh, people wanted me to stick
butter.
keys in my,
Oh yeah, I was mentioning keys, yes.
Yeah. Either way, if I come across wondrous devices, I can use those to knock the learning down even further. Oh, I just realized the god corpses are increasing the insanity by 30, so it's not going to stand a fucking chance.
Just, you know, enough propaganda and it'll even out, right? That's how that works, right?
Sure. Actually, yes, the propaganda actually does lower the learning a lot. Old bones, because I'm going for a motif.
Gods don't exist. These are obviously fakes.
A sprawl of dusty old bones sit in a display case, the skull grinning on top. It's Old Lady Death, you guys. I'm gonna do some sacrilege.
Mm-hmm.
I got too many oscillating prisms.
The hidden boss. If the learning going down is just a side effect of trying to not get kicked out of the city.
I want the learning down because I'm going for a specific ending that I want you guys to see.
Or that too. Morning brisket. Best meal of the day. Well, only meal of the day, but still the best meal of the day.
I need thrilling yarns and lurid tales. Want to read a gothic horror poem?
Sure, just let me maximize that window. In historic time, before the keys did forebode, I am led to this song by evil and debris. The miracle of abominations is raining woad. I am led to this song by doctors in the sea. Ah, yes, the strange case of. And there's just an empty line there. It makes you think, because the author didn't.
It's set, according to the guide Altos that I'm reading, it, decreases controversy by 20, but reduces academic interest by 10. So we'll have to see. Either way, nothing comes even close to the plus 30 that the god corpses are gonna bring in, so I think we're good.
Morning, Rimward. And you too as well, Zig von Brahmenstein. Brommelstein. We'll have a great day. That's not in question.
Money. You wanna read?
Let's read. Even a lifelong citizen of Keys can quickly get lost in the winding alleys and end up accidentally stumbling into Sticky End. You find yourself stepping carefully over puddles of blood and beer, rats skittering away in all directions underneath your feet. A shadow detaches itself from a nearby wall and becomes yours. It follows you, stepping only where you step, masking its footfalls with your own. This is Sticky End. It goes without saying your new friend has bad intentions, but they don't seem to have noticed you noticing them.
Let's talk.
Your would-be mugger turns out to be a round-faced ghoul, a length of rusty pipe clutched in the one remaining hand. When you turn to glare at her, she shoves it behind her back and whistles nonchalantly. "Don't want no trouble, mate," she says, attempting a smile. There are not enough teeth there for that to be a smile. "Here, do you want me to buy some color dust? I got some here at a very amenable rate."
It's a highly illegal drug, but she's right. This is a very amenable rate.
The ghoul slips you some color dust in a battered envelope. She counts out your coins carefully, then clasps you on the shoulder. "I was going to bash a hole in your skull and nick all your stuff, but now I'm thinking you're all right, mate. Tell you what, come find me here if you need anything else the gardener don't want you to have. Name's Lillian, by the way." She grabs your hand and shakes it enthusiastically, her putrid flesh squishing uneasily in your grip. When she lets go, there's still, apparently, the texture of her hand on yours. "Lillian Morn, pleased to meet you."
Yay. Let's sell some stuff.
Hey, Whacker 007, we're doing some House of Doors today, me and Noot, and we're knocking down the walls. And by knocking down the walls, we're opening doors to places better yet unseen.
Nice. Keep this good thing. Let's keep this good thing going. Ooh.
Well, you can sell that color dust for 90 right now.
Ah, that's actually funny. I can sell bottled darkness for 500.
Neat.
Stay away from that. She won't pay me much for my necrosia, which is fair.
Yeah. Valagaraman? Maybe? I don't know. Newt, how about you answer that question?
What's up?
Someone is asking if there's a chance for the god corpses to cause more than just insanity.
Well, we're gonna find that out, aren't we?
I guess so. I guess so. Stay tuned.
I added as much insane stuff as humanly possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll make it a ghoul watch in short order to get the warding iron.
Nice. Get the pit exploration underway.
No, I can't. I need weapons.
Oh, you don't need to explore the pit. They'll explore the pit, right?
No, I was talking about upgrading.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sorry, what about the pit?
Well, we need the warding iron and the witch glass to explore the pit. Send those people down
Yes.
into a hole for which they'll never
Oh, we'll
come
go
back.
with them. Don't worry.
Oh, can't we send them on their own?
We'll go with them. Don't worry.
Okay. Only as long as we get to be the ones to cut the rope holding us up.
Yeah. You fret for hours over what you've learned, the implications, if true. This is dangerous knowledge. Dangerous, but valuable.
Given our character has plot armor of the tank variety, I feel it's not too dangerous to us.
It's fine.
Plot armor, I say, plot armor!
To Bisus. The dancing god's corpse has been harvested. The Imperator had some traitor's thread removed for mourning the old Imperatrix.
Sounds good to me.
Hang on, what does thread do? Yeah. I can't go after skulls for a while. Ooh, the runes tell the story of 9 dead worlds, grey and lifeless, surrounding a bloated red sun, huh? One day there will be vengeance, it promises, huh? A profound unease settles upon you, huh?
A little bit of crunch of the hull, it's good for the skin.
Fine.
It gives the deckhand some work to do.
No god skulls for a while because I'm getting really close to being unable to
Move?
appease a god that'll give me really bad consequences if I keep pissing him off.
Fair.
Free cannon, It fell from the shambles the other day. No one can remember installing it,
And now we're basically broke again.
Yep. Bugger. Bump fluff, But now we can do a
But
little...
we're sane.
Now we can do a little hunting,
You've made us sane there, Noot. Good job.
Yay.
Just took another month. Crunch.
Hi. Let's fight.
Dun 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 dun. Shame about those threaded. So why do you go for their heart light first? Often.
To make them less useful. Because they'll start going insane.
Hmm. Remember, it's better for you to keep distance than for them to hook on. Well, they hooked onto you. Never mind.
It's fine. They're a bit fucked up, huh?
You put some splatter on their shelves. Remember, there's probably like 5 of them in that top right corner again. Well, there's only one this time. He's gonna go look for the gun. He's just like, oh, fuck, this is my job now. And you broke the gun.
You can see why Altos increased the price of this gun, huh?
Yeah.
With the thread inside dead, there's nothing attaching the hollow god to the ceiling above. A key and a god corpse.
And a war story.
Yay!
We haven't been able to sell war stories yet.
That's a good point. I don't remember selling a war story before. We do need better armor, though. I can't fight another one of them without getting fucked up. But
Mm.
the runes tell of a strange riddle and give a strange answer to it. Why is there light in the darkness? Because nothing is as crowded as nothing. Eh? Let's go to the Jagged Sands. Now. Yay! Forgotten Legend again. Oh, an Arcane Coda. I almost have enough of those to buy that guy's face back. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't want to.
Let's be honest, the guy's not going to sell anyways. Littered with broken glass and dust-bleached bones. Some of the shards are as huge as tower blocks, some small enough to slice open a careless foot. Time is strange in these parts. The sands will eat you up and age you, erase you, or spit you back 100 years later than you expected.
Oh, well.
Welcome to the Jagged Sands.
The sands are a pilgrimage for treasure hunters. They say vast glittering vaults lie deep beneath the dust.
It has nothing to do with those who are dehydrated calling this the City of Gold. Your Canetipede legs are quickly bogged down in the sand. You lead your crew just a little further into the desert, armed with shovels and wheelbarrows. One of them even has a comb. After several hours of digging, one of your crew
We ain't
finds something.
found shit.
Yeah. An enormous chunk of witch glass, tall as a man and sharp as a knife. It's just small enough to carry back, although your crew groaned in dismay at the prospect.
I want to try that again because I want to see if there's a different ending. Because that's just a regular ending, but I can scavenge like an expert. Unless that just means I get more witch glass. Do 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 do.
A bizarre effigy.
I don't want that. That's even worse.
Go back to that city of witch glass. Maybe the people are back. Eh? Eh?
Nope.
Eh?
Nope.
Maybe you didn't just genocide all of them?
We didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what did we do while we were there? We didn't do anything.
If you hadn't been there, they wouldn't be gone now, would they?
Explain.
If you hadn't gone there, they wouldn't be gone now, would they?
I'm pretty sure they would. Except for the fact that it's just a trigger of you having been there once to see it.
Exactly.
Wow. Alright.
Sometimes things come to action from your inaction.
Oh, totally. Uh,
I'd say the Fargal whiskey. Hey,
that's where I was going.
well done. Just tell them spoilers.
Bonk.
Are there any maps out there in the deep dark that you just don't want to go to ever because they're so terrible?
Nope.
Hmm.
Oh, those guys are gonna get theirs soon.
Yeah, no spots of instant doom out there that just going to is a
Well, then
recipe
how would
for
that?
disaster.
Well, then how would you get the achievement for exploring all locations?
By running away.
Well, then I still want to explore it.
Misericord. A town of lanterns and molten metal. A forgotten ruin of a city, its cathedrals hollowed, its temples shattered, its towers fallen. Nothing but broken stone.
Scavenge like a bow, son.
Tides of dust scythe across the cracked floor, rocking the canopy on its joints. Your crew dig through a hill of wreckage, the wind scratching at their coats. Finally, Cornelius Quicker finds something, a stone tablet carved with runes you don't recognize. The crew member who found it swears it was in Sivian when they pulled it from the rubble.
Yeah, free rock. Huh?
The unsettling face of the statue in your hands twists, you swear, a second before the hammer hits it. The stone cracks neatly at once, everywhere, across the entire effigy, and some darting shadow inside leaps from its innards. You make an instinctive grab at its flickering form, but it slips through your hand like silk. That silver of darkness, so quick, so nimble, is gone, but you know it lurks in your canopy still, waiting, and it leaves you a seeping blister on your palm.
It does not watch you in your sleep. Surely not.
It's just a new pet. It's one of those anti-boarding pets.
I'm gonna snuggle the tiny rhino.
Mm-hmm. And teach the crow to swear some more, maybe in a new language.
I can only interact with one pet per location. To the library of unfinished books. Ooh, search the vessel.
No sign of a struggle. Nothing in this empty vessel except the heartlight. Darkness has rushed in and churns in the lower decks. Skittering from the lower decks, even. You pause, but nothing happens, so you will ease open the doors to the captain's cabin. A painting framed in gold hangs on the wall, a disconcerting depiction of a giant bat devouring mice with human faces. Valuable to the right buyer. The floorboards creak, and the skittering below stops abruptly. It knows you're here.
Painting, painting, painting!
You prize the painting from the wall and Scarper. As you jump from the ship, you think you see, in the corner of your eye, a pale, childlike face peering down at you through a porthole.
Screw you, free stuff.
Hey, you can go and visit it again. It's not gone. It's still empty. Oh, it's too bad you couldn't have stolen its heartlight.
How?
Just don't worry about it, Newt. We just have a map to a location that's behind a wall. It's fine. It's fine. Just don't worry about it.
Okay. And I'm not
Hey,
opening that yet because, for
yeah.
reasons. That's where I was going!
Well, stop heading in that direction.
I gotta deliver that wine to that river monster, huh?
Yep.
Nah.
Well, they have 2 weapons tier 3.
I wonder if these bandits have ever seen a weapon that unmakes men, huh?
I'm sure it'll be fine. You might as well keep some distance to them then, too.
Ow.
And their ship broke.
Don't want them fleeing or no.
I think that's a solved solution at this point.
You won. Sanity recovers slightly.
The enemy's vehicle is
God
silent.
damn it.
Devoid of life, there are signs anywhere of former occupants, half-eaten meals, half-written diaries, a card game that never concluded. You are uncertain what could have happened to them all. An empty-eyed golem is slumped in their cargo, its back prized and its clockwork exposed. Something had been tinkering. There is nothing else of value to be found.
Wow.
What could have ever happened to them? It's a mystery. No one will ever
Well, that
know.
was a waste of combat.
I don't know. You regained some sanity.
A little bit.
That's what combat is for, to help make people well-adjusted and happy. The lopsided tower spirals to the ceiling like a snake shell. It is the library of unfinished books.
Hey, I didn't get any apprehensions for that, Alto.
The woman behind the desk appears human, apart from the shining trident of beetle black horns on her head. Oh, and the mandibles, which click eagerly at your approach. The library spirals up an eternal floor by floor of crammed shelves. Larger on the inside than the out, it seems eternal. That should go without saying.
Let's browse the books. Oh.
As you search through the shelves, you come across a book, but not a book, but an unfinished letter, dated 1803. Dearest Martha, it reads, I must write swiftly before I am discovered. The second city shift is imminent, but the governor's men have somehow discovered our plans. I can hear the shouts of battle outside. If we can move the city before they reach the engine, we will be safe. But means the city will be gone before you arrive tomorrow. I was told to not ever put this in writing, but I cannot bear to leave you like this. Our new destination is the
Oh.
the
Anyway, does the biblionists Need help?
Altotas, was that perhaps the other library, the one with the spiders that collect books? Because we've been there. They
No,
could do
this is
some.
the first time, and if you actually if you cared, I wouldn't bother. But 2 minutes ago, we actually met a merchant and asked them for a location, and they actually gave us the Library of Unfinished Books. You saw that, right, Chris?
Yeah,
Yeah. So if they gave that to me, it means I haven't visited it yet.
they could use some pest control. I'm having a terrible problem with mice, and they keep finishing the books when I'm not looking.
Those bastards.
Searching the dusty upper floors, you come across the offending, editorializing mice dragging a book across the floor. They vanish, squeaking as soon as you approach. Flash of tails, disappearing behind the nearest bookshelf. The book thumps to a floor with a cloud of dust. They're too small and quick to be caught in the act.
Try to find their hiding place. Damn it.
Turns out kicking the walls does not make the mice more inclined to show you their homes.
Oh well.
You find nothing.
Huh. Oh. I think I know where to find the City of Glass, do I?
No, not a clue. Just use your fetch mirror and go towards the City of Glass. Nothing could go wrong.
You guys ready to figure out where the City of Glass is?
Sure.
Alright, we will find that out in 5 minutes after the break.
Cliffhangers are the
Yep.
worst form of wit. Bah.
Oh, yeah. Post your guesses in text while we're gone, Not you, Altos.
I have no idea. I'm not very imaginative, so underneath this, I'm going to guess underneath the City of Keys. Ah. That was a good stretch. Hey, Siren, that's good to hear. Um, here's hoping they last for a good long while. Sometimes it's always kind of tough with the new stuff, but yeah, here's hoping these ones do you right.
I should have left the clues up, huh?
Yes.
The crows showed you visions of flames swallowing a long-lost city. They sang of glass that gleams with sunlight. You search in the archives of Tank, confirm that the city of glass cannot have been stolen. It must have gone willingly. From an unfinished letter dated 1806, our newest destination is the You dreamed about El Dabrathat. Archaeologists uncovered an engine the size of a house sitting in a web of ancient cables. You saw ink-splattered servants dragging the ancient engine through the tunnel of bookshelves. Then the library was consumed by fire and you saw a flaming orb. You overheard a prominent summoner in conversation behind you. The bloody citizens of Glass have been complaining again, she announced, loudly to a friend before being immediately shushed and bundled out of the room.
Yep. So, I posted my guess in chat. Anybody else have any guesses?
You can also change your guess if you want.
No. I'm good with my guess. Oh. Where do we think it is?
Is everybody ready?
I think we are. It's Wednesday, my dudes.
I think I know where the city of glass is. No, gotta type it.
It's right, City of Glass. Oh yeah, it's at the City of Glass. Oh, it doesn't let you guess the obvious. It is where it is.
Nope.
No, oh, darn. Well, I guess we're gonna have to keep searching.
Must be. Totally.
Is it underneath the City of Noot?
Well, I don't know. Have we seen anything extremely bright and eye-burning, if by chance?
Nope.
Wow.
I'm purposely not solving it, you have to understand.
Yes, the unmoving star hides the city. You're sure of it? Remember the
You
giant
got it, dog.
remember the giant fucking sun?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go into the sun, guys. What could go wrong?
Well, we need to turn off the sun first. We have to, like, unscrew the light bulb.
I got lots of fetch mirrors. Let's do some traveling. Yeah, let's go there and sell some stuff.
Yep. Might want to repair your hull, too.
Good call. Let's visit the archaeological digs, though.
Pits and trenches blanket the floor for miles, each filled with carefully chiseling archaeologists. Most civilians are forbidden from entry to the dig site, but your reputation precedes you. After hours of carefully chipping away at sediment, a shape emerges. Another granite tablet, etched with hieroglyphs. Smuggling out the find isn't very difficult. The archaeologists amongst you are all doing the same.
Free rock.
Hey.
Wander the screws.
Don't go shooting your mouth off in Night Fight City. Otherwise, you might get cut.
Oh, gotta find a way out.
You might get burned. Side note, there was a bit about Knife Fight City in the most recent podcast, folks. So if you haven't had a chance to listen to it, just check that out. Yep. They
Yeah.
found you.
Blow it up. Oh, another golem. Goody.
Zergov. Ah, yes. Well, it's the Thanksgiving movie, you see. We need a good movie about thanksing and giving with knives.
God, I need to get Sandy off my fucking ship. I hate her smug face.
Mm,
Oh, it's ancient grimoires, not arcane codices.
Shame.
Oh. You trawl the taverns, drinking to old times and lost friends and memories learned. When you finally collapse into bed, your sleep is racked by noxious dreams and of unbearable warmth and torturous pleasures. Your dreams mean something. You cannot shake their hold off your mind. I feel worse when I wake up.
I'm gonna laugh if every time you get the items for 10 a penny, man, it's a different item. Like, no, but I actually wanted these. You misheard me.
What a dick.
It's almost like he doesn't want you to pay it off. I forget which game I played that actually had a quest like that. And the only way to solve the quest was to have 3 of every single item in the game.
Ugh.
It
I
was
hate it.
so awful. It was either that or you show up with the items at least 10 times and you could call them on it. But that one was harder because it was hard to remember how many times you'd go and there was no quest log or anything.
Oh, but there's an alternate ending if you have everything and he tries to tell you it's the wrong one, but you're like, oh, good thing I have that.
Exactly, yeah. Like,
What
it
a
ended up
dick.
being like him stuttering. It's like, oh, but I wanted 3 of, uh, oh, oh, you have that.
Bandit tax?
Yeah.
No, you're about to pay the Noot tax, buddy.
Now that's when you say, but we're bandit. Ah, more in some ways, less in others, I would say, Cyron.
Ow.
Like, there's no open exploration as per se, because it's either you're in a room with a city or you're not.
It's definitely Sunless Seas inspired, the aesthetic, for sure. In fact, there's a character from Sunless Seas that will be joining. We already met her, but if you probably won't recognize her until you actually see her. Come back here, you. Oh. Oh, I just blew the whole thing up. A gallows candle and a war story. And a golem in the fucking house.
Have you considered having a golem? What about a golem?
I
You
wish there
might
was. Have you considered? Oh no. Are all the types of crew members hard coded, Alto? Because I was wondering if you could make it so you can activate a golem to be a crew member.
have him stop
Oh,
picking up you.
um, Altos, cannibalize. Try to find a way to cannibalize the code from the golem launcher weapon that already exists that creates a golem unit, and see if you can make it so you can spawn those properly in your own ship. Oh, look, a door I can unlock.
Oh, by the way, Newt, when we were on our 5-minute break, of course, that's today is the one day this entire last year where the food delivery is early.
So are you gonna
So
need to take a break at some
I'm going to
point?
say about 11:15 ish. I'm going to head out.
All right. Any idea how long that'll take?
About half an hour.
We could take a half-hour break if you're up for that.
Possibly, yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
see.
see. Yeah.
Unlock the door. Let me in.
Squeak goes the door. They need to. I think that, or I think Newt is actually kind of wanting permanent crew from that. But yeah, even temporary
Yeah,
crew.
permanent crew, but see if you can use the golem launcher. Ooh, new soundtrack. See if you can use code from the golem launcher to make it easier.
That would probably be better, Alto.
Oh, okay.
Hey, the guy has a car.
Oh well, let's leave them alone for now. Nice.
Have we found techies?
That's not especially lore unfriendly either, right?
Given we have seen golems in one of the cities, no. I would say that the item to do so should be bought at that city that uses golems, though.
Like buy a thing at Eldabrathat to bring him to life.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you got so many golems, my dude. Might as well have a use for them, right?
It would make the game easier.
We both got stuck. Maelstrom.
Plus, it also gives the chance for another set of events that just have like the golems going haywire if the the heart light goes out.
A perplexing riddle. It's free employment.
Mm-hmm. No. What you need to do is you need to hire the golems on your ship, but all they do, even if you ask them otherwise, is just create weird pictures and artwork. They also have a really bad time drawing hands.
There we go. Thanks a lot, huh? After I had to do all that fucking math, huh?
The mute.
Mute, mute.
These copper huts have been piled up and melted together into one fused, awkward slag heap of housing. It's utterly silent here, except for the buzzing power lines. The mute chew their own mouths shut. Words are far too precious, they write, to speak aloud.
Inktooth has somehow got hold of some Sivian guineas, and he seems amused that you will give him some valuable words in exchange for small circles made of a useless alloy. Enter the Copper Citadel.
You attend a speech by the leader of the mute, a grey-robed woman who looks identical to everyone else here. She has pre-written a dozen copies of the speech and hands them out amongst the front row. The air fills with sounds of scribbling pens. Everyone is writing out their immediate thoughts, reactions, criticisms. Notes exchange hands in a blink of an eye. The crinkling and rustling becomes a chorus, like birds in flight. Everyone is writing and reading and exchanging ideas. In the quiet chaos, you realize the leader's carefully written speeches have fallen to the floor and been trampled under the crowds.
She stares out from her
Shuffling feet.
podium forlornly. That's a lot of
These people,
helicopters.
yeah, these people need some solid stranded intervention. The kind. A tangle of copper huts and exposed wire. Every window twinkles merrily. The kind worship visitants and foreigners who they believe are sent by the maelstrom as guides, or greeted by the door by blue-haired crowds who shower your canetipedins, petals, and song.
The villagers come out in droves to greet you. Cheers, applause, voices raised in song, a scatter of flower petals at your feet. What's going on? Let's rest first.
The crowd parts at your approach. You are surrounded by a mass of pale-skinned, blue-haired faces screaming in joy at the mere sight of you.
Put a little swagger in your walk. Blow kisses to the crowd.
The crowd funnel you to the village center where a bald, bearded old man steps forward and places a copper wire crown upon your head. He drops to one knee. And what will we call you, your majesty?
King Canute.
Very good, king, the man bows deeply. I am Tendervolt Jossahim, the steward of the kind. I am honored to serve as your ambassador.
Deliver an inspiring speech.
Few words of your speech are drowned in cheers and applause. The kinging business is easy. Someone comes forward, bowing and scraping, and places a rosewood box at your feet. Ah, a gift for the new monarch.
So, why did you make me your king?
We make all new visitants our monarch, he explains. We pray for a king, and the gods send one. Why else would people like you appear in our realm? It is much more civilized than the other clans who put stock in a man simply because of his bloodline.
What should I do first?
Throw a party, suggests Tenderfault. Enjoy yourself. I'll worry about the day-to-day admin until you're settled in.
Thanks. Let's take a look at the palace first.
The palace is strung with 100 different colored lights, blazing merrily away. Inside, you are led to your luxurious suite, a four-poster bed, a golden bathtub, and a dozen personal butlers.
Time for the feast.
You clamber into a waiting palanquin and are carried to the grand entrance hall, where hurried servants rush to meet your demands. Soon the banquet is ready. You and your crew eat in grand style, sitting at the highest table, guzzling on bucket loads of mead and slabs of succulent char-grilled lizard steak. Bards arrive to regale you with songs about your glory and wisdom. Jesters pratfall, dancers sway, and acrobats leap. The party lasts well into the morning. Side note, we haven't seen our throne yet, and I'm like 90% certain it's an electric chair. Tendervolt sees you off with a smile and a bow. I will run the day-to-day business of the kind in your absence, he says. But you must not be away long. Your people need you.
Yay. Let's go to Maelstrom.
Hey, Stucka.
Honk.
Thanks for the subscription. Honk back at ya. Honk. Honk. "21 months. Well
Forgotten
done."
legend. King Aranak will pay me a lot for those.
Oh?
Yeah.
Ah, but can you pay yourself as being king for your own discoveries?
No.
Well, what's the worth of this king business then?
We'll find out when we visit a few more times, won't we?
Again, I'm pretty certain Maelstrom.
Now is that maybe more the throne you were thinking of?
No, I'm thinking the other place will also have us put up on a throne. A storm cloud as large as an ocean. Pillars of lightning are the color of darkness, or the color and darkness. The floor's shaking thunder deafens you immediately. At the very edge of the storm stands the galvanic throne, a copper chair atop 100 narrow steps. If given a proper conduit, the Maelstrom can speak.
Whoa. Let's watch a petition.
A robed man from the Mute clan walks up the high steps and settles into the galvanic throne. He places a copper skull cap over his shaven head, with 2 pieces of sponge pressing into his temples. The crowd below waits in breathless silence. Thunder splits the sky. Then at last a bolt lances down. The volunteer sacrifices, jolts and twitches. Ruptured blood vessels run over his body like red cracks in porcelain. As he dies, he opens his soon shut mouth and speaks. No, sings. He sings of an black heart and a swallowing void, and every word rings as pure as glass. Hey, Stuka, glad we can contribute to the chill today.
Then he slumps. Alright, let's go back let's just do a loop between these two because this is fun. Real quick.
Okay.
And they're right next to each other.
Ooh.
Now. Heck. Bye.
Didn't want to fight the
Look at my health.
the car. That's fair. These people are no good at repairing kinetipedes, I guess.
Nope.
Mm.
Play the role. Oh, let's see what their shops. Oh, good. Goods in exchange for my wisdom. Ooh, for apprehensions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. Play the role of a monarch.
Tendervault is on hand, beaming, to take you through all his successes while you were away. Houses built, raids repelled, taxes collected. How will you spend the next few days as monarch?
Plunder the treasury.
Tervault frowns and urges you to reconsider, but you won't be dissuaded. You order your crew to take as much gold from the treasury as they can carry. You gained 300 gold.
Accept gifts.
You announce a day of tribute. The kind come before you, exchanging small gifts for your goodwill. Most are small things, a handful of pigeon bone dice, a ball of flickering light, a set of silver cutlery. The prize of the day is a magnificent silver and black stallion statuette laid at your feet by Tendervault himself. The artistry is truly incredible. Every vein in the horse's neck is traced in lines of diamond.
Ooh. Sit in judgment over local disputes.
You sit on a copper throne as the kind come before you with their small concerns. Most are relatively straightforward. Whose cow is whom's, how to split an inheritance, but one in particular requires more thought. An elderly woman complains that her adult son has stopped supporting her, forcing her to beg on the streets. The son contends that she treated him poorly when he was a child, starving, beating him, and now she is reaping her just reward. Several witnesses insist that the mother treated her son fairly, but the village doctor remembers treating him for unusual bruises.
Yeah, congratulations. Your prize was that you managed to hide it for as long as you did. Judgment in favor of the son, huh?
The son smiles, the mother sobs, the crowd applauds your decision.
Get in touch with the common folk,
You wander through the village, shaking hands, making small talk. The kind seem largely terrified of you, and you can only manage to squeak in response to your friendly conversation.
Get in touch with the common folk, Yeah, you can. Okay, you can just spend. I wouldn't consider this a glitch, really, but I could probably use this to advance time as much as I wanted if I had an auto clicker.
Nastuka,
Find out what the 1900s are like,
What is it like in the year 2000?
Throw an enormous feast,
A vast banquet with sword swallowers, fire eaters, and beautiful dancers. The entire village are red-faced and singing by the end.
And let's get in touch with the common folk,
Yep. He bids you farewell. Your subjects cheer and hoot as you leave. They are happy when you leave.
I don't think that's what they meant,
Oh no, that's totally what they meant. It's like the king is gone.
Let's
Yay!
go to the maelstrom. That's why I said auto clicker.
So that's why you've got to like train yourself to have that twitch where you can click it like 30 to 40 times a second by tensing your arm just right.
No, thank you.
Sure, it'll cause you issues later on in life.
It's fine.
But hey, it's in the now. A fun fact is some anti-cheat software will detect that as computer-assisted
oh yeah,
aided,
I'm sure House of
FPS
Many
spoofing.
Doors has anti-cheat installed to prevent all of that online griefing in this game,
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Like, this game is all about testing, like the newest Dev Nuno or whatever it's called.
Let's watch a petition. No, we already saw that one.
Yep.
Let's watch a petition. We already saw that one.
It's the same one. Maybe the storm god's implying something there, Newt. Maybe we've done something wrong. We've doomed us all. The what is it? The thread of prophecy is broken, Newt.
Oh
You
no.
either reload your save or persist in this doomed world.
I'll give it 2 more.
This doomed world. We have to go
Oh,
behind.
this one's like okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. The crowd below waits in breathless silence. Thunder
No,
splits
watch
the
the top
sky.
one. Read the top one.
Oh, the kind send one of their young volunteers up to the galvanic throne. He kisses his assembled family goodbye, strides up the step with a smile on his face. The smile only fades when he sets the copper skull cap on his head. His words are drowned in thunder, and light fills him. It burns out his core and shines through his splitting skin. Lightness is the light that the darkness hides. He whispers, but his whisper becomes thunder. Nothing is as crowded as is nothing.
Yay! Oh no, I angered Altos, did I? Is Altos the Maelstrom?
Every time you pass a day, any one of your crew have a chance to die of old age.
Oh no.
Permanently.
Oh, she actually noticed something. Good for her. Does she want a cookie? I wonder if you can only see stuff from villages you've already visited. Because I'm missing a couple of places. I'm calling him Altos. I know that that's not what it is, but oh well.
At least you're not calling him Tums.
Plunder the treasury!
Tum.
Gifts!
The prize of the day is a glimmering green cloak laid at your feet by a muttering old man with face tattoos. He claims it is magical, but he is clearly too mad to know that for sure.
Only one way to find out. Judgment.
A respected priest of the Maelstrom stands accused of stealing from church funds, like yourself. He spends about half the money on fine food and clothes and distributed the other half amongst the local poor, which you would never do, whom he felt were being neglected by the church. He's a very popular local figure, and protesters are chanting his name outside. The church insisted he be punished.
Yeah, sorry. I'm more interested in the other half.
The priest breaks down into tears. The rabble outside boo and hiss as your news of your decision filters through. As he is led from the docks, the priest points a finger at you, snarling. He delivers an ancient curse, calling for the maelstrom to send you illness and bad luck.
Let's get in touch with the common folk, and throw an enormous feast.
Again, the crowd is happy when you depart. Perhaps this will be the final time.
Alright, we'll explore the other regions and then do a bit of a loop.
Okay.
Now.
Fair enough, Stuka. Have a great afternoon.
Oh, a new one.
The Brights send one of their priests up to the galvanic throne. As he settles into the chair, though, he turns pale and tries to bolt. The other priests wrestle him into place, strap him down with leather and chain. It happens almost instantly. A flash of light, a roar of thunder. The priests are sent tumbling down the steps. The unfortunate sacrifice begins to shriek like a kettle. But quickly his shriek becomes a stream of gabbled words as he mentioned you by name. Knut he calls, do not follow the storyteller.
Oh. That's upsetting, yeah.
Time to go up to the throne yourself and get a true meaning of the word.
I wish that were an option.
Your crew ask you not to. Your wife pleads with you, do not do this. You go anyway. You need must. We will, man. You have yourself a gooder.
No, get away from
I'm
me.
sorry if I misgendered you there, by the way. I do not know for certain. Hey, it's a helicopter. The real. This feels like it's expansion content, given that every city has the same picture. A tangle of copper huts and exposed wire. Every window twinkles merrily. The real do not believe you exist. They will studiously ignore you for a while.
Try not to linger. It's only so long before the real react to your presence with confused violence.
You walk through the village for a while, marveling at the effort which the real put into their denial of your existence. They turn their heads as you approach or stare blankly through you. When you wave in front of their face, they don't blink. Thump, thump. One of the real nearby is banging your head with the palm of her hand. Another one has just started moaning. A third, a butcher in a bright red stained apron, picks up his cleaver and steps toward you, a one eye twitching.
But I'm a guy, I'm a dude.
You insist on your existence very strongly. The real stare through you in dull-eyed bewilderment and continue to advance with murderous intent.
Yeah, let's fight.
You charge with your approaching aggressors, sending them flying with boot and fist. They spasm and stare around in shocked confusion as though bewildered as to what hit them.
Yay.
Hey, Digi, how's it going today? Welcome, by the way, to the WBPL 76, your station for content. And,
Stuff,
well,
huh?
sometimes there might even be content on the content.
Sometimes there's stuff, huh?
Yeah, content containing content.
At some point
Do not open.
we'll come back here to wreck shit with better weapons.
Fair, fair. You would think they would be weaker than the rest of the house, given that they've been excluded from so much out there.
Maybe.
The Bright.
They do have electricity though.
Yeah, and a different picture. They must be important. The Bright are luminaries, fanatics. They swath their village in string upon strings of dangling bulbs, each emitting a harsh, galvanic light.
I can buy stuff. Wander the light blasted streets.
Blue-haired tribesmen follow at a cautious distance as you wander through their town. Lightning crackles overhead. A spotlight shines on you, pinning you beneath its beam. Outsider! Booms a voice. It has a harsh buzz to it. Blinded by the light, you cannot see where it comes from. Where did you come from? Have you been sent by the mute or the kind?
I arrived on my own.
The searchlight snaps off. The speaker is atop the dying bulb. A young woman with blue spiked hair. A visitant, she frowns. Well, you're welcome to seek shelter here for a while, as long as you do not abuse our hospitality. But a word of warning, avoid the kind, avoid the real. Those clans are bad news for visitants.
But the kind is... I'm the king of the kind.
The tribesmen creep forward and offer to show you around their village. Hello, Alizard. You are the third person today with a purple screen name, so I thought you were here before, but it turns out you were not.
The Bright take you on a grand tour of their village. They show you their town hall, a tower that glitters with 1,000 lights. Their library, covered in signs saying "Mute, keep out." Their church to the maelstrom, which sends arcs of galvanism crackling above the rooftops. By the end, your eyes ache. Galvanism's the old-timey word for electricity, right?
Yes. Well, not only old-timey, it also means imbued with nickel.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what galvanization is. But
yeah, yeah, but it's done via electroplating. So, yeah, it's what is the etymology of galvanized?
yay, free guy. They're just giving them away. Huh?
Oh, galvanized originally meant stimulate muscles by administering electric shocks.
I do indeed need a new gunner.
Did you? Not bad idea. Not bad. So what did the king do today? Or what did the prophet speak of today?
Let's go to my kingdom. I can't wait to be... Oh. I can't wait to meet my kingdom. They'll be so happy to see me.
Crowned king of the kingless.
Well, they aren't kingless. They have me.
Hey, don't deny them their right to play as French revolutionaries, okay? Let the people sing.
Oh, I love being a monarch. Oh. More treasures. The prize of the day is a tame falcon brought to you in a gilded cage. It has brass-colored feathers and 6 gleaming eyes.
A wild-eyed woman claims to have the spark of the maelstrom within her. She insists that you declare a holy war against the heretical clan of the Real, which she will lead the campaign. In order to prove her sainthood, she offers to touch a live wire and fill herself with enough galvanic energy to kill a mortal woman. Her worried family tells you that she is very sick and beg you not to allow her to kill herself.
Ugh. I don't know.
I mean, you've already done one civil war. What's another holy jihad?
I more mean that she's might be mentally ill.
What's another holy
And
jihad?
did I remember to save when I got here?
You auto-saved, I assume.
Oh, okay. Touch the wire.
In front of the great crowd, the fierce young woman is presented a sparkling copper wire by priests of the maelstrom. She grabs it confidently with both hands. A flash of light, a scream of pain, the stench of sheared flesh. Her smoking corpse is quickly tidied away. One of the priests hurries away to be sick. Her family is less than pleased.
A feast. Nah, that made me feel bad.
Well, maybe if you do it a few more times, it'll keep on happening in the right way, right?
Must be.
Right? Well, we got the falcon again. Later, you hear she has gathered a group of acolytes around her. She commands a warmobile and sets off on a doomed crusade against the Real. Doomed, but sure to increase tensions between your two clans. The woman rants and raves. But it is
Oh my
how
god, how
it
is that
be.
the better ending? Yeah.
It's just a minor civil war. I would laugh if this time she was shown to be a prophet and she starts a holy crusade.
It wouldn't be the first time something's a 50-50 with no warning that it's a 50-50.
Yeah.
Let's take Genevieve to her support group, and we'll come back here when we have better weapons.
Okie dokie.
Then we can resolve that quest. I need grimoires. Lots of grimoires.
Hey, they found you! They're friends! You could have taken them.
No, I couldn't. Look at my health.
You've got like half of it.
I've got way less than half.
You got approximately half. How many people see the news, Valley That's about it. And considering Noot is the one who writes half the news in this setting,
A pittance. Sad. I'm broke.
yeah, you needed to lose the weight on your kinetipede anyways.
Should probably upgrade my armor soon,
Use that money you don't have. Just say you'll pay the armorer later. Never go back to that city ever again.
Oh, read.
The dirigible brings with it a wave of deepest cold. Looking through the telescope, you see the hunched figure made of shadows, a swarm of spiders in the shape of a man, fire-eyed skeletons parting their rotting teeth and laughing like spiteful schoolgirls. Creatures from nightmares have hijacked a blimp and fled Phobator Quinn. You hope the salve-addled fool who was dreaming these things wakes up, and fast.
With enough noise, I can wake the dreamer.
You suck in a great lungful of air and shout to bring the ceiling down. The nightmares wail as they blink out of existence. The blimp remains, driving pilotless. You send the crew over to loot it, but find nothing of any value. Summer in Phobator Quinn, a dreamer is no doubt waking in a cold sweat. Hey, Lord Grimace, how's it going?
Oh, Karen, I want to knock it down.
As you do.
Yay.
You find a small flint knife.
Scarred veterans beg on the monument steps. They will recognize your accent at once if you speak to them, and your very existence will be an insult. They fought your kind in the 1802 glass reclamation, though they'd call it the Scythian invasion. They vividly remember the foul weapons that the cities deployed against them, occult weapons designed only to torture and deform. Let's try and win them over. Although they hate you at first on principle, you manage to gradually win them over. You criticize the governor vociferously, as they do, and although it would be patronizing to offer them an apology, you adopt a general air of contrition. They unburden themselves, telling you in hushed whispers of the foul tactics which their commanders resorted to. Unimaginable horrors were summoned from distant worlds and unleashed on enemy troops. When the war ended, some escaped, and some were deliberately released into Scythian territory.
As it happens.
Yeah.
As it.
There's that golem launcher, by the way.
Neat.
Genevieve slips away to her meeting. You want to read?
1 second. I'm just dealing with some plants. I'm right back. The plants, they always need attention.
Yeah.
She takes off down the street, waving off a fruit mincer's patter and stepping daintily over a rivulet of blood.
Follow her at a distance. You're curious to see what a support group of vampires looks like.
You're not sure if she noticed you following, but she's certainly making it difficult. She casts glances over her shoulder, slips down up side alleys, moves like smoke between shadows. You don't lose her for a second. Finally, she reaches her destination, the cracked and scarred husk of a forgettable warehouse, abandoned since the onset of city cancer. With a last sweeping stare, she sweeps inside.
Press your ear to the door.
You can only catch the occasional snatches of conversation. Now welcome, Guinevere Call, awoken sister of the, and call this meeting of the abstain me into motion. Discuss other matters first, more of this foul, corrupted city blood. It really is very hard to hear through the thick oak door. Perhaps you could ease it open ever so slightly. You ease open the door just a crack. The hinges are silent, thank the gods, both dead and gone. The voices are discussing political matters, how best to strike down new anti-vampiric legislation in the City of Knives, which candidate to back in the next Ghoul Watch election, who owes favors to whom, and who has blackmail on whomst, and who has become more trouble alive than dead. You don't hear Guinevere's voice or even mention of the name until finally, before we conclude this meeting, another mission for you, Guinevere.
Genevieve.
Genevieve.
Let's stay. Let's stay and get caught.
There's another intemperate awoken on the loose, you hear. His name is Quentin Dearly, your typical mad and desperate intemperate, ambushing travels east of the city of Bridges, drinking enough blood to fill a lake. I'm a little rusty these days, but I'm sure I can tidy up the nuisance, says Genevieve. Then the meeting of the abstemi is concluded, and you hear the chairs scraping back. They'll be out any second.
Run.
You left it too long. Although you race back as fast as you can, you find Genevieve striding along beside you, looping like a wolf. You draw to a halt. How much do you hear? She asks. Her eyes are flint.
Not much. The door was too thick.
She assesses you coolly for a long while. Liar. She says, you heard everything. Damn it. She slams her fist against a wall and nearby in rage. It cracks and starts oozing blood. If they find out, you'll be killed, and then I'll be killed for being as foolish as let you follow me. You've put us both in grave danger with that little stunt. No one can know about this, and I must fulfill their mission with utmost competence, or else questions will be asked. Now let's get back to the Kinetipede and before we're seen.
Spiders, man.
They're fine.
Oops.
Perhaps if you hadn't been caught, it would have been fine.
Oh well.
But yes, I am attending my peppers very carefully at this point because they are growing. They have started to sprout, and I've just about started to get my other sets of seedlings ready. I plan to grow. Well, what kind of grass is that? Lemongrass. Lemongrass quite soon.
Why the
I
hell
think
would I do that? That's just mean.
You don't need to be a vampire anymore. Just stop being a vampire.
No.
Stop abstaining from blood.
I was gonna say, stop abstaining from blood.
Yeah. Just give in. Give in to the madness. It'll be fine. Be fine. What's ever gone wrong with the vampire hunting vampires? Why do you have a cloud over your portrait's head?
Because it wants me to continue the main quest.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, I caught a guy.
Yay!
I wonder if I can turn him into, witch butter.
Hmm.
Don't I have a prisoner I can press gang? Guess not outside of, town, eh?
Apparently not. Hmm.
Yeet. We gonna drive into the sun, fellas.
Yay!
You excited?
Somewhat. Downside about me eating my brisket is it makes me feel sleepies.
Oh.
Yeah. If you're
You,
wrong, you won't be
yeah,
wrong for
you
long.
think the city of glass is hidden within. If you're wrong, you won't be wrong for long. Charge through the fire.
You order Banjo to charge into the burning sun at maximum speed. There are protests from your crew, of course, but you will brook no argument. Into the star. Flames swirl around you, not as hot as you might expect, but plenty hot enough. You push on, even as gusts of boiling air whisk between your canopied legs, even as moisture is sucked from the air, even as your hair begins to singe. Then you are through, out into gloriously cool air. The city of glass is spread before you, sparkling in the light of the surrounding sun.
They got anything for sale? No. Three old men in colorful robes are being carried towards you in palanquins. They have quite the escort: armored guards, hooded monks wafting censers, dancers, jugglers, golems. All except the palanquin carriers kneel before you reverently.
The old men descend from the palanquins, and introduce themselves as magistars and the elected rulers of the city of glass. They each lay a gift at your feet, a box brimming with gold, a black iron key, a golden circlet studded with roving eyes. You are the first traveler to find us since we hid ourselves within this star, says the tallest of the old men gravely. Please, take these gifts. In exchange, we beg you not to reveal our existence to the City of Keys. It will only spark a second war, bloodier and more terrible than the first. We never wanted people to fight and die on our account, says the smaller, fork-bearded magister. The prince's heart summoned this cold star for us to hide within. It was the only way to end the war without sacrificing our freedom once more.
Yeah, but if I found you, the governor can find you too. You have to leave the Principate behind and vanish further away.
The magisters of glass glance at each other and crumple. Yeah, you're right, says the tallest one. We've caused enough suffering. It will be difficult to live without the prince's support, but better that than a second war. I will get the engine warmed up. One of the magisters hurries away, followed by a long tail of whispering servants. Come now, Forkbeater extends a hand to you. We haven't had an outside visitor in many, many decades. Before you leave, and before we move out the city elsewhere, would you not like a tour? Um,
Of course.
wasn't it only 24 years ago, the war?
That's 2 decades.
That's not many, many decades.
Eh.
The fork-bearded magister rides across the city with you, atop a bronze elephant golem. It trumpets, just like the real thing. You've never seen an elephant, but you imagine it so. Jewel-like mechanical bugs fly overhead, spritzing perfume from their nether regions. You pass a flame-eyed juggler, hurling burning coals from hand to hand. You pass impossibly slender bridges, luscious gardens, waterfall dissipating from the misty depths below. Rainbows dance through the glass architecture, lighting the world in 7 colors. Finally, they return to you, the outer limits of the city. They've finally gotten into their shift engine, started, and the entire city is gently rumbling. Thank you, says the fork-bearded Magister. I wish we could continue where we were headed, but you understand.
You turn and head back into the house's darkness. Behind you, the city of glass shivers like a mirage, and then it's gone.
Oh, that sounds tasty, Lord Grimace. You know, that honestly, Newt, that's better than them shifting, and then you're just left in the center of the star while it's burning.
Yeah. Oh shit! All their gifts are
With
too heavy.
Yeah, with too much cargo to move, even, yeah. That would be like the creme de
It's
la
okay.
creme.
We've got Chillstone.
Hmm.
I need to deactivate Golem. Yeet.
So, this is a good spot to pause or not?
Do you want to take a half-hour break?
Well, I gotta get my food somehow. So.
Yep. All right. Here's the question: should we stop streaming and then start streaming again, just so people aren't hanging out looking at nothing?
It's up to you. I don't exactly know how long I'll be. Hopefully, it'll only be half an hour, but
We're gonna kill the stream for now, fellas, but we will be back after he's had a chance to run a couple errands.
yeah, I gotta pick up my food delivery.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
subscription thing. Anyways, bye bye for now, everybody. Laters.
Yep. Ba-da-doo.
Yep, doo-doo-doo. And I am signing off.